Jonny Williams had a game against Notts County. If we can just cast our minds back to Saturday, it looked like a bruising encounter against Bromley. I think you might have been expecting that, but what are your feelings after that game when they come back?
Yeah, I think it was pretty much as we expected the game to go. Well, not in terms of goals conceded, but in terms of the battle, the overall output in the game. We knew it was going to be a tough game. You know, the two strikers up top were a real handful, and they were ruthless in front of goal. But they're really well drilled by the manager, and they've done really well since they've come into the Football League. So, you know, we respected that. We took a couple of early blows and punches, and you know, went in at half time, kept it 2-0. I was hoping we could nick one before half time, but we didn't. And you know, the gaffer was really, and Dobbo, they really calmed us down and kind of, you know, put a game plan together for the second half to go and win the second half. And thankfully, we won it 2-0 in the second half, and we managed to come away with a point and to remain our unbeaten record under the manager. And it was a huge moment for the club and for the boys, and a real battle, and yeah, fair play to everyone involved.
It's not the first time you've got a late important goal this season. For fans, obviously, it's an incredibly exciting thing when that happens. But for players, does that reinforce what you're doing more than if it was an earlier goal?
Yeah, I think late goals are always brilliant if you're on the right side of them. When they're not, they're probably the worst thing. But when you're on the right side of late goals, it's a great feeling. At the end of games, if you come away with a point or you're winning the game with 3 points, it's it's a different feeling, and you see the scenes and what it means to the travelling fans, and we're all together at the moment, and it's brilliant. And you know, it's a really enjoyable place to be playing my football at the moment, and yeah, long may it continue.
I mean, it feels like it's a sort of, you know, embodiment of what Gareth has talked about doing with the squad, and what you've all been talking about as well. That's that unity. But do you think that's basically these last minute goals, or playing right until the end, that sort of is what the ethos of the team right now?
Yeah, I think it's just a never say die attitude. I think we've always had that, but we haven't really fully believed as a group. Maybe we couldn't get back into it. It was almost like we're in a rut, and we kind of just stayed in a rut, whatever reason. But there's a real experience in the team now, and a belief, and a real blend in experience, youth. On top of that, there's some really good individuals downstairs, talented on the pitch, but also off the pitch, what they bring in terms of, you know, experience, whatever that may be, where they've been, and they're just really good people. And when you go out onto, you know, Priestfield, and you look to your left, you look to your right, you've got real friends there, and that means a lot, I think. And every time I've had that in my career, it's got you to a certain spot. So no, it's brilliant. I'm really enjoying it.
I think the manager said as well, you might think with Jonny Williams that he can be bullied on a football pitch. That's not going to happen after Saturday. How do you react to that?
I did once, but I boopered up. No, it's yeah. I think I've had to learn differently from a young age. You know, I know I'm not the tallest in size, but I've always worked extra hard to kind of turn that into my strength, into my own strength. Whether that's my low centre of gravity, or working harder to be quick over 5 yards, winning headers by timing my jumps instead of, you know, trying to compete in elbow. And I've just had to find other ways of competing, and it can be tougher the lower down the leagues. You know, the ball's in the air a lot more, but you have to learn quickly and learn how to use your body, and you're also going to be on the wrong end of some tough tackles, and that's when you have to trust the ref as well. But yeah, no, I've always put, you know, worn my heart on my sleeve and given everything. So yeah, no, it's great that that's recognised by the manager. I'm really enjoying it.
New players coming into the squad as well, making immediate impact. Obviously, Gareth McCleary winning the penalty right at the end. What have you made of him and Jonny and Travis?
Yeah, really, first and foremost, really good people. They just slot into the squad. The right people are coming in. You know, we welcome them in straight away and help them settle quickly. I know Gareth, we've had the same agent for years, so I've known him for a number of years, and I was over the moon when I saw we were signing him, because not only is he still a really, really good player, he's a really good guy off the pitch, and will pass on a lot of experience in big moments for us. So yeah, huge signing. And Jonny, we've got another Jonny, and no, he's fitted in really well, and he'll bring something different on the wings, and yeah, pace and directness and clever ability to take people 1v1, and I'm really excited to play with all of them, to be fair. And Travis, you know, he's got his first loan. It's going to be exciting for him. We want him to settle quickly, but he looks really composed and assured at the back, and he'll learn. It's League Two, so I'm sure he'll learn, and hopefully they will do really well for us.
You talked a bit about different challenges, and I guess Notts County look on paper like they'll be a very different challenge to Bromley were last week. This coming Saturday, what do you think?
Yeah, I think one thing I've noticed, you know, playing against Notts County since I've come to Gills, it's always been a tough game. They're very possession based. They move the ball well. They've also got some really good footballers, so we have to respect them. But you know, whenever any team comes to our place, we want to play with a high intensity and get our fans on our side right away. So we'll relish the challenge and play our own game. We always adapt. The manager's very adaptable with personnel now and shape, so it's hard to predict us as well. But you know, they've got some really good players. I know they've lost McGoldrick, who for me was, you know, the best player in the league, I thought. So yeah, they've still got some very good players, especially in the front line and all over the pitch. So yeah, it's going to be a really tough test, but one I think we'll look forward to. 19
games unbeaten. Can you quite believe that?
No. Yeah, it's been a phenomenal turnaround from where we were last season in a short space of time to what the manager's instilled into our group, and you know, a lot of the same players really, and what he's kind of creating here, a bond and a belief that we are good enough to win games and adapt to whatever he wants. And it's huge when you have a manager that has that belief in you. It's scary as to what you can achieve. You know, it's still early days. We're 7 games into the season, but that's 19 games isn't just by luck. So yeah, we have to give ourselves some credit, but it's still early days and nothing's been achieved yet. We just want to keep going, keep winning, keep scoring goals, keep enjoying playing with each other, and you know, keep the fans happy. Yeah.
Well, you're certainly doing that. I mean, the buzz from the fans, and I'd imagine around the squad at the moment, how good does that feel for you?
Oh, it's amazing. We absolutely love playing in front of the fans. They've been phenomenal, home and away. They travel in huge numbers, and you know, we want to give them something to cheer about all the time. So you know, thankfully that's been happening, and we'll hopefully look forward to doing it again on Saturday.
That's great, John. Thank you.
Cheers.
You know, it's sort of sat here at the start of September for the last few seasons.
Yeah.
Everything's going well, isn't it? Do you see signs that this time it could be different?
Yeah, you always hope it's going to be different. I think last year we were hopeful it was going to be different, but there's definitely a different feeling. There's a different togetherness and a belief. It does feel different, but yeah, like you have to take one game at a time. It's a bit of a cliche, but you really do have to literally look to Notts County. That's done. Then what's next? You can't be focusing on January, March, April, May, because you know what can happen if you do that. So if you take one eye off what's next, you can get punished. So yeah, no, it feels different. It feels hugely different. Yeah, people are really enjoying playing, and there's a huge togetherness here, and you know, we fight 100% for one another, and it's a special place to be in.
Consistency, I suppose, in football is quite key, isn't it? And like you said, 19 games unbeaten, you seem to be going in the right direction. Yeah, it's a great achievement to remain 19 unbeaten at any level, but in League Two I think it's phenomenal, really. I really do, because it's such an unpredictable league at times, and anyone can beat anyone. So to go 19 games without a defeat is a great achievement so far, and hopefully we can continue that. And at some point we probably will lose at some point, whenever that may be. But if that happens, I'm not worried, because I feel like there's a huge experience and a togetherness where we'll bounce back and hopefully win the next one. Yeah. And I think that's what excites me as well. And you talk about that huge experience. There seems to be a lot more experience in the squad now, a bit more leadership as well. Do you think that's going to be key? Yeah,
it's massive. Any successful team, you need that all over the pitch, and we've got it all over the pitch at the moment. So
likewise, you need some lads that are a bit younger, that have played a lot of games, and we've got that as well. So it's really exciting. And I was a young boy once, and I think I've said before, when you've got them experienced players around you that you can lean on for advice and help, I'm probably that guy now. So in that mould, and hopefully I can help wherever I'm needed. And yeah, it's nice to be playing that role as well.
And you talk about having friends in the squad as well. Do you think that sort of changed as well? Do you think the squad's a little bit closer?
I'd say so. I think we've always been quite close as a squad, but it does feel really close now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd say so.
Good luck, Sally.
Cheers.
It's hard to put into perspective, really, that this squad has only been together 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Isn't it? But from how far you've come in those 6 weeks?
Yeah. I think it's, the credit has to go to the manager and Dobbo, really, for what they've done since they've come in, what they've tried to create in a short space of time when they first come in, off the back of, I think we were 3 unbeaten at the time, but it had been a tough run. It had been a really tough run, tough middle part of the season, and to come in at that time, to create what they created in such a short space, and then have a huge gap, and then do it all again when everyone's reset and teams are reset, and then to carry that on another, as we speak now, 7 games, and keep improving. I'd say we've ticked off a lot of markers so far. We scored in loads of games, which was a problem in the past, and there's loads of things that are improving all the time, but we're also really enjoying playing under the gaffer and Dobbo. And I think they're really enjoying working with us. So it's a great blend at the moment. But like I said, there's always a chance that you're going to lose around the corner, and it's not panic stations, because we still believe in the process and what we're trying to do, and each other. We believe in each other, and there'll be no finger pointing or blame. It'll be, what did we do wrong there? How can we learn? And it's a really enjoyable place to come in and work when that's the case.
Have you ever been involved in a dressing room like that before?
I'd say Wales. We had a togetherness and a kind of no blame culture, and something goes wrong, you just pick yourself up. And Chris Coleman, yeah. That carried on throughout my time there, really, and yeah, we were successful in that. But yeah, the times I can compare that to, you do all right, get through so far.
Was it a surprise actually in the dressing room when John left?
Was there a surprise when
John Coleman left?
I think there's always a surprise, because you just play until news happens or something changes. There's always going to be an element of surprise. But we were in a really bad run of form, so at the same time you can't be too surprised if there's change made. But I guess you can be surprised because of the timing, but for me it was perfect timing in terms of, you look back now and you think the manager got to look at all the different players, all the different personnel, the club, what was needed for change in order to start this season well. It seemed like perfect timing.
And also, I guess John turned the corner from where you were as well.
Yes, yeah, and also that we'd just won. I think we'd won and drawn 2, or drawn and then won, drawn or something. But yeah, no, it's we just carried on. I think we just got even better.
You use the word not panic when things don't go right. I think that was evident more on Saturday than it has been all season, and I guess that's given everybody a boost, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think when you come back from 1 goal down, it's really good, but when you come from 2 down, it's great, and that shows real strength to come back. And when I'm on the pitch, I think we've always got a chance now of us. When we do take a blow, we've got a chance of coming back, not only drawing, but I think we can win. I think, had we scored that penalty a bit earlier, I thought, we'd go on and win this. So yeah, no, it's definitely it's a great place to be in when you look around on the pitch and you've got people that can change a game and people that are just going to leave everything out there, and that's definitely the case. And you've always got a chance of coming back in games.
I know when we last spoke to you at the start of the season, in here, you said about encouraging the youngsters to go on loan to get experience. How excited are you by this crop of youngsters the club seems to have got at the moment?
Yeah, it's brilliant. I think I thought they showed their class in that game against Fulham. I missed through a niggle in my groin, but I was able to come and watch, and it was a really enjoyable game to watch. I thought they'd done themselves really proud. They'd done their families proud, the club proud, and they're great opportunities. And as a youngster, that's what you want to do. You want to get opportunity and take it. And it was great for them to come and do that. And I think the manager's got full belief, and if he has to, rely on a youngster, he'll fully give them that opportunity to come in, not only to fill a role, but to come and make a difference.
I guess for you, someone like yourself, it was good just to have a look at your position and after your place.
Pardon?
It's good to have a look at the youngsters after your place.
yeah. You always got to back yourself 100% to play at the end of the day, and you got to, whoever plays the game, you want them to win and do well, and if you can be a part of that, that's perfect. 19
unbeaten is nice. 20 sounds better though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it sounds really good. We're just riding a wave at the moment. We want to continue the wave for as long as possible. We don't want it to end. We'll be doing absolutely everything to keep it going as long as we can, because we're just really enjoying it. We're just enjoying playing football. We're confident. We have full belief in ourselves and the team, that we can win. We can just keep winning, and that's a great place to be in.